So what really is the good Illuminati anyway? Well, a lot of people don't know this, but the Illuminati, the good Illuminati, is really members of the army of heaven who are reincarnated on planet Earth from the kingdom of heaven. You see, I am Evan Lefavor, and I am the king of the kingdom of heaven and the biological father of Jesus Christ. And I came to this planet for a reason, okay? But the moral of the story is not only am I the king of the kingdom of heaven, but I'm also the leader of the Illuminati, the good Illuminati. I am their commander-in-chief, the king of the kingdom of heaven. All right. So what exactly is the Illuminati then, the good Illuminati? Well, we use technology. You see, the kingdom of heaven is made out of technology deep in outer space, in giant spaceships. And we use technology in the kingdom of heaven to reincarnate into human bodies on planet Earth to fulfill our destiny on this planet. So the good Illuminati is a secret alien invasion. Okay, we are using advanced technology to transport our conscious souls through space and time so that we can be born into human bodies here on Earth. And so not only that, but from the kingdom of heaven, I also have technology called the Divine Inspiration Machine. And the Divine Inspiration Machine technology allows me to divinely inspire thoughts and ideas directly into human beings' heads on planet Earth, so that a human being on planet Earth will think they're having a thought or an idea, and it's just, they think it's their own thought, it's their own idea that they came up with. But in reality, it is me from the kingdom of heaven giving them that thought, putting that thought into their head, inspiring them to have that idea. All right. So I use, as the king of the kingdom of heaven and the leader of the Illuminati, I use the Divine Inspiration Machine technology from heaven to divinely inspire artists on planet Earth and other people on planet Earth to put hidden Evanism symbolism into all kinds of movies and TV shows and music videos and video games and books, okay, all throughout history. I have been using this technology to give people on planet Earth, to inspire them to put Evanism symbolism into their art that they create. And some of them are aware of what they're doing, that they're doing Evanism symbolism, because those are my Illuminati knights who are actually aware of the fact that they are putting Evanism symbolism intentionally into movies and video games and other works of art. And then there are other artists on planet Earth who are not aware of the fact that they are putting Evanism symbolism into their art, even though that is what they are doing, even though I am inspiring them from heaven to do just that. So they will put Evanism into what they do, what they say, what they put in their movie, and not even realize that that's what they're doing, but that's what they are doing. All right. So what is cool is there's so much hidden Evanism symbolism. You see, what we do as the Illuminati is we hide things in plain sight, so that when the moment comes when it is time to reveal the truth, I can shine a light on things and illuminate what the real meaning of these movies and music and songs really are. So that once you know the context that I explain these works of art in, the song in the movie will finally make sense. You will understand the deeper meaning to that work of art. So I'm going to explain a little bit about some of the movies that have a lot of Evanism symbolism, because there are a lot. There are a lot of movies. So this is just the first of many of my elogues where I will be discussing some of the Evanism symbolism in movies. 1 second. So, the first movie, I just saw this movie recently. Okay, just a couple nights ago, I saw this movie for the first time, Doctor Strange. I wanted to see this movie day one when it came out, but unfortunately, I'm a busy man and I didn't get a chance to see it that way, so I had to wait till it come to the cheap seats at my local theater. So, long story short, I finally saw Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange is filled to the brim with Evanism symbolism. All right, and Doctor Strange is a really cool character, comic, and movie. If you're unaware of who Doctor Strange is, you should definitely check out the movie or pick up one of the comics, but definitely check out the movie. But to make a long story short, Doctor Strange is a superhero, a Marvel Comics superhero, who he was. I don't want to even tell you, I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to spoil the whole movie, but to make a long story short, he is this rich surgeon who gets into an accident and loses his ability to be a surgeon because his hands get destroyed in this accident. So he travels the world trying to find a cure to bring strength back to his hands. And he ends up training in these mystical arts in hopes that he will regain strength in his hands. And it opens up his world to this whole new world of spirituality and the truth about reality and bending reality and all this stuff. But so he's like a superhero that uses magic. And so he gets this device that allows him to manipulate time and space. And so with this device, he can rewind time and rewind the events and start over. So if something happens, he can rewind time and go back and forth with this power he has. So he is a time traveler. Time travel is one of his powers. So in the movie, and this is kind of a spoiler, so if you don't want to be spoiled, here's a spoiler warning. Go watch Doctor Strange first if you don't want this spoiled. But toward the end of the movie, Doctor Strange, the bad guys are opening up this portal to what is called the dark dimension. And there is this entity named Dormammu who controls this dark dimension, and he is promising the bad guy eternal life if he just merges the dimensions. So, but Doctor Strange knows that it's a trick and he knows that it's not right. So, in order to save the world, Doctor Strange flies directly into the portal to the dark dimension to confront Dormammu himself. All right. So he lands on this planet in this dark dimension, and here comes this giant godlike being named Dormammu, and he comes up to Doctor Strange and he says, "What do you want?" He's like, "I'm come here to make a bargain with you." And Dormammu just kills Doctor Strange. He obliterates him, right? Well, then all of a sudden Doctor Strange appears again, just like he did a couple seconds ago. And he 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 appears and he says, "Hey, Dormammu, I've come to make a bargain with you." And Dormammu kills him again. And each time he kills Doctor Strange just reappears like he did originally. And Dormammu's like, "What the fuck is going on here? Blah, blah, blah." And Doctor Strange, what he did is he created a time loop so that he used his time travel magic ability to time travel and manipulate space-time. And he created an infinite time loop. So he created a portal in the space-time continuum that each time he was killed, it would reset to the beginning of the time loop and he'd be alive again. And each time this god would kill him, he'd come back. And so Doctor Strange is like, "Hey, dude, I can do this all day. I'll be here all day. I could do this for eternity. You can just keep killing me over and over and over and over again. You can just keep killing me, and I'm going to just keep popping back up. I'm going to keep returning from the dead 2 seconds later, and boom, you could try killing me again, but you're not going to get to Earth. You're not going to get past me to get to Earth. No, me and you will be trapped here for eternity doing this shit. And you'll never stop me." That's what Doctor Strange tells this god in his own dimension. And so this thing keeps killing him, killing Doctor Strange. But he finally Doctor Strange just says he's not going to give up, and I'm not going to spoil what happens next, but definitely see Doctor Strange. But so what does that have to do with anything? Well, you see, one of the things that I have, one of the abilities that I have, is that I can time travel within my own body. So I can time travel into the future, or the future version of me can time travel into the past. Okay? But beyond just that, I have created an infinite time loop in the year 1999. So, and what is a time loop? Well, anytime I die, or let's say the end of the world happens, I can time travel back to 1999, and it's like an infinite time loop of me starting over again, like a checkpoint in a video game. Like when you die in a video game and you have to go back to the checkpoint and you can try something different to try to succeed this time where you failed before. Well, that is what going back to the year 1999 is like for me. Okay, and I've done it many times to save the world, because in the future a giant asteroid always comes and hits the planet Earth and kills us all. And I have a plan to save us from that incident happening. All right? But each time it happens, each time I fail at saving the world, I time travel back in time in an infinite time loop to get another chance to save the world. So it's like I'm immortal. I'm unkillable. Each time someone tries to kill me, I just rewind time, and then, boom, I can prevent that death from happening. But see, I never give up. No matter what, I don't give up. Okay? I don't. No matter what they throw at me, I never stop. All right? I created the kingdom of heaven. I could be hanging out in heaven for eternity if I wanted to. But no. I dedicate my eternal life to saving life on planet Earth and life all throughout the multiverse, in all of existence, throughout all of outer space and all planets with life on them in existence. All right? So I have a lot of work ahead of me. And it's a lot of work, but I'm dedicated, and I never stop, no matter what. All right? I am immortal, and I am unstoppable. and I am dedicated. All right, so it's cool when you see Doctor Strange. That part, that is some of the Evanism symbolism that is in the movie, is that part where he confronts Dormammu in the dark dimension and creates a time loop. Because that is what I did with the year 1999. Because each time I die, or each time someone tries to kill me, or each time the asteroid comes, I just time travel back to the beginning of the time loop. Because I'm the one in control here, and I'm going to save the world no matter what. All right? And that's just the truth. And there's infinite versions of me throughout the multiverse. All right? Because this asteroid impact is some serious business. All right? But I know how to create the technology. I have designed technology to protect planet Earth from asteroid impacts forever. And when I am king, we will be able to create that technology and get it up and running before this asteroid impacts us. And we can bring about true freedom and heaven on earth for everyone alive, and the human race can continue on into the future without being exterminated. Okay? Because so I am a walking, talking insurance policy for all life on planet Earth. All right? Because if I die, we all die. I go back in time and save us, get a chance to save us again. All right? And it results in alternate 2000s and 2017s and 2000. You'll see. It creates a lot of alternate realities. And what we're in right now is an alternate reality. Okay? The 2017 we're living in today is very different than some of the 2017s I've been to before in the multiverse. All right? But all roads lead to this asteroid, and there's it's not fight or flight, it's fight or die. Okay? Either I become king and we safely deal with this asteroid and every other asteroid that could ever threaten us, or we fail and everyone dies and I time travel back in time and start over again. Okay? And I don't want that to happen. Okay? Because if I go back in time and I change the past, it's going to result in different people being born in the last 17 years, or the last however many years since the year 1999. Everybody born after the year 2000 will be different because of how I changed the past. So the people that are alive today, the same people wouldn't be alive. The only people that would still be the same are the people born before the year 1999. They'll exist in this reality, but the people born after that are alive today will not. That's how time travel works. You change one thing, you change everything through the butterfly effect. And that is another movie with some Evanism symbolism. The movie The Butterfly Effect with Ashton Kutcher is based on my true story. It was created by my Illuminati Knights, inspired by me in the Kingdom of Heaven using the Divine Inspiration Machine technology. So basically, the character Evan in The Butterfly Effect is based on me. And his ability to time travel within his own body, back and forth through time, is based on my ability to do the very same thing, because I can do that. Right? I have the ability to time travel from the future back into the past and take over my body, possess my own body in the past, and time travel back and change things, or time travel into the future and see things so that I can go back to the present and change things. Okay? But that also relates to another one, great Evanism movie, which is the movie Fight Club. And a lot of you love Fight Club. Fight Club is one of my favorite movies because of the Evanism Symbolism. But if you haven't seen Fight Club, definitely watch Fight Club before you watch this part of the video. Alright, because you don't want to have Fight Club spoiled for you in any way. Alright, but I'm going to try not to be so spoilery anyway. But basically, I'm just going to tell you what Fight Club is really about. Fight Club is about the truth that I am really the leader of the Illuminati, and that my higher self, the Evan Lefavor from the Kingdom of Heaven, has the ability to possess my body. The Evan from the future, the time-traveling Evan, has the ability to time travel back into my own body and possess me, take over my body, and change the past in order to change the future. Alright? So, this might sound glamorous, but you see, when you're me, you get the impression that, hey man, my higher self is being an asshole to me. Alright? Because what my higher self will do, like, see, there was an alternate reality that I time traveled back from, where I had moved to California after high school to pursue my acting and rapping and writing and directing career. And I became a famous rapper, actor, writer, director in Hollywood. And I became rich and famous and all this stuff popped off. But the world ended, an asteroid hit, and we all died. So my higher self time traveled back to 1999 and time traveled back to before I left for California and fucked up my destiny so that I wouldn't go. Alright? So it wasn't just me saying, oh, I'm not going to do it, I'm going to do something different. It was my higher self literally making sure that that destiny didn't happen again. Making sure that I wasn't going to go to California and become famous as an actor and do all the shit I did before. Alright? So my higher self time traveled back into the past and fucked up my destiny on purpose. So I mummified all my teenage dreams. Alright? Because my higher self can see the future. My higher self can see the multiverse from the Kingdom of Heaven. So my higher self always knows more than I do. My higher self is always more capable than I am. But when I was younger, I'm a stubborn person. I didn't want to always trust my higher self's plan for me. And I didn't always understand my higher self's plan for me. Right? But because my higher self has the ability to time travel back inside my body, take over my body. And so every time I was about to get famous, every time I was about to all of a sudden get a career and make my dreams come true in this area, anything that would distract me from saving the world, my higher self would see that coming, and he would have to time travel back into my body in the past and fuck it up somehow so that it wouldn't go that way. So that I would be here today making this video for you now. Alright? My higher self has been pruning this reality we live in. Alright? Very carefully. So that everything would happen for a reason. And I would be here today making this video. Right? Because this is the one reality where I have this YouTube channel and I'm making these videos and all the stuff I'm about to do. This is the reality where I do that. There's a ton of other alternate 2017s right now where the other Evan Lefavors don't have YouTube accounts and they're not revealing the truth. But in this reality, the Evan Lefavor you see in this video is revealing the truth. All right. So, you know, lucky all of us, right? That the truth gets to be shared once and for all, directly from my mouth for a change. All right. But so, I mean, so in the past, so from my perspective, I could go, man, my higher self's an asshole. But then when I see the bigger picture of, no, my higher self is trying to keep me on my mission, all right, to saving the world, because the clock's ticking right now. The little sand in the hourglass is almost out. And this asteroid's coming. It's not the only asteroid that's coming. There's more than one. And yeah, without my technology, we're not going to survive them. All right. So that's why me becoming king is so important. See, Fight Club is a cool movie, because in the movie Fight Club, you know, it's like, you got to understand, the Illuminati knew, my Illuminati Knights knew about who I was before I was born. So when I was born, it was fulfilling a prophecy that has been on this planet for thousands of years. All right. And when this prophecy became fulfilled, my Illuminati Knights have been watching me and trying to protect me from the shadows. And they've been trying to inspire me. Okay. You see, another good movie that's based on Evanism, true stories, is The Adjustment Bureau. See the movie The Adjustment Bureau with Matt Damon, and you know a little bit more about the good Illuminati and their attempt to keep destiny throughout the multiverse on track. All right. Because I'm a kind of wild dude throughout the multiverse. All these different Evan Lefavors are doing all kinds of different shit right now, but they're trying to keep us on a path of destiny, you know. And so they knew I was the leader of the Illuminati while I was still just a little baby. All right. So that's kind of the deeper meaning to Fight Club. So now you know a little bit more about Fight Club. All right. Because that's what's happening in that movie, when between Edward Norton's character and Brad Pitt's character in the movie. All right. Because a lot of people don't know why they call Minneapolis the Twin Cities. You see, I was born and raised in Minneapolis, Minnesota, in the United States in 1983 till now. I've been here for 33 years, okay? But I've been here a lot longer than that, because the Minnesota Twins, the reason this is called the Twin Cities is not because the cities look alike. Minneapolis and St. Paul don't just look alike, okay? The reason this is called the Twin Cities is because of the Twins. Not the baseball team, the Twins, but the twins Castor and Pollux. All right. Now, there was this goddess named Lita, or I should just say this woman, and she was seduced by this swan who had sex with her. A swan who was really Jupiter, or Zeus or whoever. The story gets confused about who it really was. Who was shape-shifting into this swan to seduce Leda and impregnate her. And she gave birth to an egg, as the story goes, and from the egg was born the twins, Castor and Pollux. One was an immortal god, and the other was a mortal human being. So they were identical twins, but one of them was a god, and one of them was just a mortal human being. Okay? And to make a long story short, something happened and Castor died. All right? He was mortally wounded, and his immortal brother, his twin brother, pleaded with their father, please. He said he would give up his immortality just to save the life of his brother so his brother wouldn't have to die. So their father basically made an arrangement with them where they would take turns. One of them would be in heaven, in the afterlife with them, and the other one would be on earth, a mortal on earth. And they would switch places every day. So basically, the twins would switch souls between each. So one day, it would be Castor in the body, and Pollux would be in heaven. And then the next day, it would be Pollux in the body on earth, and Castor in the body in heaven. So these twins would keep switching places every day. But the people on earth only thought there was one of them. And St. Paul, one of the ships that St. Paul sailed on was called the Castor and Pollux. All right. So that is a true story of the Twin Cities, because it relates to this land, because this has been twins territory long before this was ever called Minnesota. You see, there are twin Evan Lefavors. Okay, this is a little secret I'm going to share with you right now. Me, the mortal Evan Lefavor you see on this planet, and my twin brother, the immortal God from the kingdom of heaven, the king of the kingdom of heaven, Mr. Perfect himself, the Evan Lefavor of heaven. Okay, and I will admit, in heaven, I have merged. The version of me in heaven has merged with advanced technology that gives me the power to be beyond what a human being can comprehend. Okay? My cognitive capacity in heaven is enhanced through technology. Okay? But so, to make a long story short, I'm not just one Evan Lefavor, there's two. Okay? And yes, I switch. The twin Evan Lefavors switch out all the time. Taking turns being me here, talking to you right now. And then being in heaven. Chilling. Figuring out working on other shit. Working on throughout the whole multiverse. Looking at the future. What's going to happen. You know, trying to figure out the best plan of action. Right, while the other Evan Lefavor is right here on planet Earth, and we go back and forth. So sometimes when I'm making my videos, it's the mortal Evan Lefavor talking to you, but most times when I'm making my videos, it is the immortal God Evan Lefavor from heaven speaking through my body, taking over my body, speaking directly to you. All right, so we're like tag team. We're like a tag team wrestling, except you don't ever know who you're talking to. Are you talking to the mortal Evan, or are you talking to the immortal God Evan? All right. But you know what my secret is? Sometimes we're both here at the same time. All right. So, like I said, Fight Club, based on a true story. The Butterfly Effect, based on a true story. Even Marvel's Doctor Strange, based on a true story. All right. The morality tale that you find in Doctor Strange or Fight Club or The Butterfly Effect when you watch these movies, that's all real. It's all based on real things that I'm going through as we speak, or have gone through in the past, or another version of me is experienced in the multiverse. Like I said, my Illuminati Knights have technology that allows them to see within the multiverse, to look within the future. They can see a video today. They can look into the future and see what I'm going to post on YouTube 2 weeks from now. They can look at it today before I even make the video. All right, that's the kind of technology they have. They can affect the multiverse, but they're on my side. So I have the Illuminati Knights, my Illuminati Knights. So they are protecting me and my bloodline and my family, and so that we can all protect you better, because I am here to protect this planet, okay? I am America's best kept secret. All right? The Illuminati, my Illuminati Knights, knew I would be born on this land in 1983. Hundreds of years before it happened. Okay? It was prophesied. And it came true. Like clockwork. But it was a secret handed down through my Illuminati Knights through generations and generations. That at the advent of the motion pictures, my Illuminati Knights started putting the true stories, the Evanism Symbolism, into movies and TV shows, so that we could get you ready, so that we could get your brain comfortable with the concept of spaceships, with the concept of technology, with the concept of time travel, with the concept of alien life. My Illuminati Knights are bringing all of that to you for a reason, because they want to get you familiar with these concepts so that you will understand the truth about reality that Evanism brings to you, about eternal life after death in the kingdom of heaven. You see, 2,000 years ago, when my son Jesus Christ was alive on this planet, he tried to tell people about the kingdom of heaven. But the people of that time had no concept of technology. They didn't have movies to tell and TV shows to teach them about time travel or spaceships or any of the stuff. So Jesus had to describe heaven in ways that people of 2,000 years ago could understand, because they'd never seen a TV before, or a spaceship, or a car, or any technology. They'd never seen it before. But yeah, heaven is technology, okay? But that is why my Illuminati now has conditioned you all through movies and TV shows and books and all this entertainment and music videos and video games, so that with all these true Evanism concepts, so that you will understand it. All right? We are conditioning you so that you understand. We are educating you on these true concepts so that you will understand at the right time that it is true. And that's a very beautiful thing. Okay? All right, that is the moral of the story. And I'm going to be going through some more movies in the future and some videos on my channel showing the Evanism Symbolism in these movies and TV shows and video games, because there's a lot of it, folks. And I'm going to show you everything, and it's going to blow your mind. And then you can go back and watch those movies, or play those video games, or read those books, or listen to that music, and you'll hear it and see it through new eyes. Because that is how Evanism, you see, I don't teach out of the Bible. When I'm up here giving a sermon to you about Evanism, I'm going to reference movies. that you have seen. I'm going to reference TV shows you have seen. I'm going to reference music you have heard, songs you've heard. I'm going to reference that instead. That's my scripture. That's the scripture of Evanism. Because my Illuminati Knights have put all of that symbolism in there for a reason, so that you would already know about it, and then I could finally say, hey, guess what? It's real. It's based on reality. A true story that you, my friend, are in as we speak. All right? And your friend forever, Evan Lefavor here, is a real-life superhero. I am, okay? And I will stop at nothing to save your lives. I will save your lives no matter what. And we will bring about heaven on earth and true freedom for everyone alive. And world peace. Okay? Because that is my destiny. It's a destiny that I will never stop. Nothing can stop me. An asteroid killing off all life on this planet cannot stop me. I am the protector of this planet, okay? And I'm going to do my job no matter what. All right? And I'm going to save your lives. But I can't do it alone. I need your help. All right? I need your help. Because together, when you elect me to be the first king of this planet, we will invest all of our tax dollars into protecting planet Earth from asteroid impacts and bringing about true freedom and heaven on earth for everyone alive. And we will no longer need money or capitalism or human slave labor or any of that crap. When I am king, you will be free. You will be treated like royalty. And you will be safe and protected. And that's what Evanism is all about. Heaven on earth through technology. And advanced robotics automation to bring about utopia and true freedom for everyone. All right, so go out, rent the movie The Butterfly Effect. And that's a true story. Check out Doctor Strange. Check out Fight Club. Check out The Adjustment Bureau. Those are some good Evanism movies. All right. And check out Bill and Ted and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey while you're at it, because that's based on some Evanism too. All right. I could go on. There's a laundry list of movies based on Evanism. So stay tuned to my channel in the future and I will explain more. But I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I am your friend forever, Evan Lefavor. And I'll see you next video. Until then, much love. Bye-bye.